What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. If you are new here, my name is James and I like to talk about web development here on this YouTube channel. And today we're going to be building a website. The analytics are clear. You guys like to watch people build things in Etch, so that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to rebuild a very old website of mine that I just won't get rid of, because for some reason it still seems to get leads once in a while. It's a fairly hyper-focused website. It's called Cedar Rapids Web Design because that's where I live. And so it ranks very well if you are in Cedar Rapids and you do a Google search for, I need a web developer, whatever. It ranks really well. So I'm not getting rid of it. And I'm not even redesigning it today. I'm basically just rebuilding it in Etch. It was built a long time ago. It needs help. It's been neglected. Somehow it still works. Somehow it hasn't been hacked. I've completely neglected it. But I'm gonna stop neglecting it. I'm done neglecting it. I'm gonna give it a little bit of love. I'm gonna see if I can't get the total number of plugins that it's using down, which shouldn't be hard. It was previously built using Themify, like pretty much all my websites were built until I started using Etch. So it's also using something called fullpage.js, which I'm not going to use on the new site. You'll see what that does. It's kind of a neat JavaScript library. Yeah, that's what we're doing today. We're going to rebuild a website. So, how do I do this again? Click this button. It's been a while, guys. I haven't uploaded in a while. My bad. Let's see. Let's go check out the website. So this is what we got. I built this website roughly 300 years ago. And watch this. See that? Scrolls sideways. That's it. I'm not going to do that anymore. The reason I'm not going to do that is because I have just absolutely struggled to get fullpage.js to work on my own, getting it to work. It requires some paid plugins to do certain things, and it's not very clear what you need to do what. The reason I did it on this site is because Themify has one theme that actually integrates fullpage.js for you and lets you do this sideways scrolling thing. But it gets awkward when you get to this page because then it scrolls vertically until you get to the bottom. It scrolls very slowly, which is annoying. And then, yeah, so I'm just abandoning this whole thing. It was a cool thing back in the day, way back in the day when I built this horizontal scrolling thing was kind of cool. And I think people liked it, but I'm over it. I'm going back to regular vertical scrolling. I may implement fullpage.js at some point because fullpage.js does, even if you don't want to do the sideways scrolling, it does make scrolling from one section to another where you kind of have that snappy, where you just kind of scroll your mouse a little bit and then it just goes to the next section. So I'm just sort of barely touching the scroll wheel there and it's going to the next section. I may implement that, because I think that's free. I think that is what their basic fullpage.js JavaScript plugin does without any of their add-ons or whatever. I think that's what it does. So we'll see. But first, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to create all these sections and they're just going to scroll vertically like a normal website. We'll have a menu that links to them. Yeah, and I'm not really going to change the design a whole lot. We'll see about these videos. Real quick, I want to do a page speed on this. I'm guessing it's not good. I remember optimizing those videos back in the day down to about as low quality as I could stand just to make this even somewhat passable. I don't even know what this is just a random image. It's not me, obviously. It's not anybody I know, just a stock image. You know how we do. But yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and get started. What is my stack? If you've seen my channel before, you know what my stack is. We're using Etch. We're using Automatic CSS. That's basically it. I do have another plugin installed. It's going to possibly, actually, I don't think it's going to help much because it pulls images and these are mostly videos. So that plugin probably won't help. It would help me get this image and it'll get me these images. Yeah, I'll probably use it. See how it works out. Otherwise, yeah. And then there's a contact form. Not a crazy website, to be honest, but it still gets some traffic, still gets me some leads. So we're going to keep it. And I may revisit the design at some point, not in this video, but this video is just going to be rebuilding this. I think each one of these sections might just be a component, to be honest. I mean, they're all the same, right? Video. This main one's different. It's just video logo, but then it's video, heading, lead, buttons. Video, heading, lead, button. So that could be a component. If not the whole section, probably won't do this section, but at least this could be a component. I'm definitely going to want to revisit this design at some point. This design, I mean, I don't know why the text is red. That's weird. But I'll probably keep this design mostly. I may change to a 3-column grid. This 2-column grid feels like maybe just a little much, you know? Maybe I'll do a 3-column grid here. Otherwise, I'm not going to get crazy with that design either. These don't even, they link to the website if they still exist. Some of these don't. This is old. I'm telling you, this is my first, right here, my first paid client. And I love the way this website looks. I liked it. I'm sad that she doesn't do this anymore. This website doesn't exist. This website, this business changed names and now the new business doesn't exist. This website doesn't exist. I don't think that website exists. This one does. So I'll need to update this and get some websites that still exist. This one does, but it looks completely different. So I'll need to update that. And this one still exists, I think. Ooh, they finally changed this website. Holy cow. This is not the website wait. This is the website I built. But they definitely made some changes to it. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, they're still using my Themify. So they got somebody to come in here and make some changes to it. See, now I'm like, I don't know. Do I even... Oh, that's different. This is... Okay. What did I click on? What are they doing? I think maybe they're rebuilding this? So this is the regular website, AmeriClean. And then for some reason they have... This is what I built, except for this random black text here. I don't know what that's doing here. This is what I built, but they put it on /home. And they added this weird black text. I don't know what's going on. Maybe they're in the process of rebuilding this website, and so they thought, let's put that old homepage on /home. But this menu item links to that /home. And then this is different. I didn't build that. I think I built this. I honestly don't remember. This just looks like one of the default Themify blog pages. Yeah, that's weird. I think they might just be rebuilding this website. So I probably shouldn't have it in my portfolio anymore. That's too bad. That's too bad. Oh well. You guys don't care. What am I rambling on about this for? You guys don't care. Let's rebuild this frickin' website, right? Let's do it. You know, I always skip doing the header because I'm a chicken. I'm going to start with the header today. You guys are going to watch me build a header. Yeah, that's terrible. Hopefully we can do better. Is it at least, yeah, it's not even green on desktop? Yo, that's bad. That's bad. Let's keep this tab open so we can compare it. Okay, what am I doing? EtchWP. No. Docs.etchwp. I can never remember where it is. Is it a component? Yes. Nav? Yes. Yes. Copy that. Copy that. Here we go. We are launching Etch. We are going to, real quick, let's go to content and create a home page. Yeah. Home. Boom. Now, the annoying thing is I do still have to leave Etch. And what changes, bro? Save. I do have to leave Etch right now to go set that page I just created as the home page because WordPress is, you know, WordPress is WordPress. Still thinks that people blog. Maybe Etch will add a way to do this in Etch. That would be kind of nice. Because then I wouldn't have to leave Etch. Anyways, let's go to templates. Let's go to the index template and let's add, oh, this is all new, you guys. I haven't played with Etch for like 3 versions because they update so quickly. And I've just been kind of lazy lately, not doing a bunch. So some of this looks different. What do we got? All right, we got an HTML element. That's cool. Dynamic element. Oh, I remember what that is. And a slot. Okay. Well, I just want a section for now, and I'm going to change it to header. And I'm going to delete that container. And then inside here, I'm going to paste that nav component that I copied. And then I'm going to go grab their hamburger. And then I'm going to come back here and delete this because what I should have done, assuming this is the same, is I should have added a slot. Not a content slot, though. Oh, wait a minute. I need to make this a component first. There we go. Now we add a slot. There we go. Then we save, we exit, and now we add our our stuff inside of our slot. And the reason we did that is because now I can easily edit these components, even though they're technically inside another component. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to. If this component wasn't in a slot, if I just drop this component inside this header, like if I click here, edit component, and then I drop a component inside here, and then I save and exit, I wouldn't be able to edit that inner component. But since they're in slots now, or in a slot, now I can edit the header if I want to, or I can edit this Etch nav or this Etch burger. So that's what the slot's there for. The slot is not a thing that like gets rendered on the front end. It's just for basically organizing the crap in the back end, making it easier to edit stuff. So we have a menu. Does this look how we want it to look? No, we want a logo. Apparently we want a random little Facebook icon. I think I'm going to change that. I don't know why I put that over here. And then over here, we want a menu. And, you know, I'm going to bring it in a little bit, I think. I said I wasn't going to change the design, and I'm not. But I will likely make little tweaks here and there. I don't like this going all the way over here and this going all the way over there. I'm going to bring it in. I don't really have a content width on this website. Yeah, this one, I don't like this either. See, I hate this page. This is the only slide section that has like a content width. So maybe I'll run with this and I'll bring this in to line up with this. Yeah. Anywho, so let's let's do that. Let's do the things I said. Let's close some tabs we don't need. All right, so in our, let's see here. Let's edit our nav component. No, let's not do that. Let's add an image. Oh, they put your images inside a figure now. Let's put that over here. Is the header not display flex? No, it wouldn't be. I mean, it is, but it's column because it's technically a section. So it has it has this section, this data element equals section, which gives it some basic styling, which includes flex and flex direction column. So we're going to get rid of that and make it row. Let's use our plugin that I mentioned earlier. Let's to pull in some images. Let's see if this works. I made this plugin using AI, of course. My microphone USB cable is getting in my way. Okay, this seems to be working. We got our logo. We got a bunch of other images. Let's see. We're not going to import that or that or that or that or that or that or that. Cool, cool, cool. What is that? Oh yeah. Let's do it. Could not import. No editor. Oh, it doesn't want to do SVGs. Huh. Okay. That's weird. So what if I just do this? All right. I have to debug my plugin. I don't know why it didn't want to do an SVG. That was weird. But could be worse. So we got our logo, which is what I really wanted. So now I can come back here, edit our template, and change this image to what? Where's my, oh. The Etch team, Kevin briefly addressed this, how the styling on this media thing is just all terrible. And he had a reason for it, and I don't remember the reason. I thought it was like not a very good reason. I feel like they just need to, whatever they got to do to fix this, I think someone should do it because it just looks bad. It reflects bad on Etch, even if the reason it looks like this is like Gutenberg's fault or whatever, or WordPress's fault, whatever excuse he had. It doesn't matter. You got to fix it at some point. You can't have this saying closed dialogue over here. You can't have this text being white on white. So I didn't even think that my media library was working. Y'all need to fix this. Kevin, just make one of your devs take a day and frickin' fix this, dude. It's terrible. It's terrible. Save. Let's edit the header. I wonder if I just want to, no, I'll keep the section element there. I'll keep it. But I'm going to give this a class of header, and I'm going to say flex. You know what? I got to try to remember to use these things. I'm going to say row. Actually can delete that. Doesn't need that. Shouldn't need that. Should already be flex. There we go. And then let's see, is justifying the content, is that something I can do here? If it is, I don't know how. Flex row, flex grid. Is it actually, maybe because I took display, yeah, okay. So even though I don't need display flex on there because like I mentioned before, this data element is adding display flex already, having display flex in the CSS unlocks more options in the mini GUI here. So now I can click on justify space between. Whereas before when I deleted display flex, those options went away. So, and let's align center. Perfect. Perfect. Now, I'm thinking that maybe I want to actually add my container back in there. Because, what? Can I not? What? What is happening? Get out of here. Get. Okay. What's happening? Go away. Refresh, dude. What's going on? Bro. Oh, I need to edit the header component. Now add my container. Stupid. But, oh, can I not? Ooh, can I? I can put the slot inside the container? Okay. That works, but then now that breaks my flexi stuff that I just did. But now the reason I did that is because now it should be within my. Wait, was it already? It's the container that does the width that determines the width, right? Container, yeah, max width, content width. Okay, so that is why I added the container to get that. So now I just need to this flexi stuff that I added to the header. I basically just need to add it to the container, which let's call this dot header container. Bada bing, bada boom. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Easy peasy. This is very close to what I wanted. I just need to get the fonts correct and all that stuff. So basically that's done apart from just making these actual, the actual links that I need. Pretty easy. I fumbled around there a little bit because I'm an idiot, but otherwise pretty easy. Speaking of fonts, what fonts am I using? Roboto. Thank you. Thank you, young me, for using a Google font. Thank you. Watch this. Super easy. I'm going to go to the editor, styles, typography, add fonts, install fonts, allow access. Roboto. Condensed, was it? Oh, for Pete's sake. I'm just going to select all of them because I'm lazy. Boom, installed. Let me double check. Yep, Roboto condensed. This is not Roboto, sir. It's a logo. The rest of this is just okay. So the text is condensed. Everything else is regular Roboto. So I need to also install regular Roboto. Select all, install. Boom, done. Now, the only crappy thing about this, so there's maybe a better way that I could do this, I guess. I don't know. But the only crappy thing about this is it does not render those fonts in the builder. So when I go to edit the index template, am I about to like lose my mind? Where's my header? Etch, what are you doing to me? What are you doing to me right now? launch, templates, edit. There it is. Okay. Let's pretend that didn't happen. So yeah, these fonts are not rendering in here, so I don't even know what these fonts are. This isn't going to show me. But they will render on the front end. So if I go here, refresh. Oh, I actually need to use the fonts. So let's see. Since the whole site is using these, I'm probably going to add it to the main style sheet. This is an H1. Oh, did I make all of these in H1? Oh, can you get away with that if they're... Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Anywho, I think I'm going to add it to my global style sheet. I'm just going to come in here and say H1, H2, H3. Can we just get a sheet? Can the CSS team just give us like a heading selector that magically selects all H1 through H6s? That would be neat. Font family for the headings was Roboto, right? Yep. And then also buttons apparently, and links are, nope. Buttons are also Roboto. See, okay, I need to just make a decision because I did not have very good consistency. Roboto condensed. So I had Roboto basically for everything except these sort of mini headings, like these lead descriptions. I used condensed. Also the menu. What do I want to do? You know what? For now, y'all, I'm just gonna do everything Roboto. Just gonna do it all. P, button, A, Li, Roboto. Boom. Refresh. Look at that. Roboto. That's what I'm doing. What's the color? Does this tell me the color? It thinks it's red because it was red when I clicked on it. So that is not useful. We'll just have to use the inspect tool like a normal person. And we are looking at, this is our color. We using that color anywhere else though? No. This is why you gotta give your own websites love, you guys, because you make decisions and then 10 years later you rebuild your website on YouTube and you just question every decision you made. Why are these links gray? Nothing else on this website is gray. Nothing. Let's just make them black, like everything else. Let's just keep it simple, bro. Let's keep it simple. Let's get rid of this blue color that's there by default. I believe that is the secondary color from Automatic CSS. I believe. That's probably the LI that needs to be hovered on. Nope. All right, y'all. What do I need to hover on to make that turn blue? Turn blue. The LI, the button. What? I have... Oh my gosh, okay. Okay. Now, where's my color? Is it on the span? Yep. So the color is nav link color hover, which is coming from Automatic CSS. So I want to change that. Change it to what? I'm not using a lot of color on this website, to be honest. My logo is black. Okay. I guess I'm using this green color on this page. I'm using red right now as the hover color. And red right here. Let's do it. Let's use red. And if I want to make this, that's probably the accent color, right? That's what we'll call that. We'll go into Automatic CSS, palette. We'll turn on accent. And we'll use this red. Save now. How do let's see if I can figure this out. We got typography, buttons and links. I think maybe we want to go to links, styles, color right now is primary. Nav link color hover is what we have there. Nav link color hover. I lost it. Oh, that's right. This again. What did I do last time to make this work? Yo. I really don't like this crap. I really don't like it. Why is it? Okay, now it's okay. Ugh, bro. Nav link color hover. So this is all coming from, I think this is actually coming from the CSS of the nav link color cover. So if we come in here and we edit this bad boy, let me get my stuff the way I like it. I like that to be over there. I usually like my CSS over here, so it's nice and tall. And then I don't need JavaScript right now, so let's get rid of that. Okay. Nav, what was it? Nav, hover, something, nav link, color hover, yeah. And right now it's set to primary. So I think if I set this to accent, yep, now it's red. Perfect. Except, so it works with, there's a drop down, but otherwise it still goes to this blue color. So now I get to play this dumb game again. Let's see if I can figure out why this is blue. This doesn't make any sense. Okay, so the link So the LI has a hover state that wants to turn it red, apparently. But the link is just link color hover. And that's coming from Automatic CSS. So I need to come in here, links, styles, link color, hover is primary hover. And I think I can just go accent. Yep, now everything is red. Okay. And actually, this is probably what I should be doing is, no, never mind, it's fine. Primary, what was that? Primary link hover? Link color hover. I want to copy this. I think maybe what I should be doing is going in here, edit this, and nav link color hover where I have it var accent. Maybe I just go like this. Since I sent link color hover in Automatic CSS to be the accent color, I think that makes more sense. Okay. Let's get some real stuff in here. If you're wondering where are these even coming from, we'll show you. I don't think this is how it's going to be in the future. They've said that they're going to have like some sort of nav building something or other. They have not really said anything about what it'll look like. But right now we're just looping through a JSON object. So if we go into our nav and edit, you'll see right here, we have a prop called basic nav and it's a select, and it's selecting loops, queries. And we're using one called basic nav. So if I just go ahead and go to our loop manager, go to basic nav, this is it. This is where all those items are coming from. So for instance, home. And then what's our second one? Services. So let's delete this. None of ours are going to have drop downs. So that's actually kind of nice. So what I'm going to do is just delete those. So I have these three. So item 4 will change to services. And I think we're just doing a anchor link right now. Services, let's just save and make sure that's actually working. Yeah, there we go. Home services. So we need home services, portfolio team, contact us. Now, obviously, this is not ideal for like a client to be doing, which is why that's why they've said they're going to have some sort of menu builder. But this is fine for me. I'm okay with this. Definitely wouldn't send a client in here to add a new page to their menu. There we go. I think we're pretty much done with our header, you guys. And it should be mobile responsive. Yep. We even got our hamburger. That's what that component was right here. And if you remember, all we did was copy these two components from the Etch docs. Here's the nav component. Here's the burger component. I created my own header component and dropped these two in there. So pretty nice. Because I mean, just look at this, guys. Look at all that CSS. Here's all the HTML. And then there's JavaScript. There's all this JavaScript. And that's just for the nav component. And then there's this hamburger component. Not a lot of HTML there, but still kind of a lot of CSS for one little button and pretty good amount of JavaScript. You don't have to write any of this stuff. You watched me. I didn't do any of this stuff. I just copied it straight from their docs. So that makes that pretty slick. All right. Now, the header needs to be sticky. I know Kevin doesn't like sticky headers, but Kevin's not always right about everything. He thinks they can take up too much space, particularly on mobile devices, which is true. However, I don't think this little sliver up here is hurting anybody. You know, I don't think this is getting in the way. I think you're able to consume this content just fine with this sticky header being in the way. So I like sticky headers because I don't like having to scroll all the way back to the top and like, oh, just add a button to click on. Why? Why do I have to add a button? How about I just make the header always there on the page all the time? Simplest solution. So that's what I'm going to do. So should be pretty easy. Should be just a matter of going position sticky, right? Or position fixed, sorry. Yeah, header position fixed, top 0, left 0, width 100%. Don't break. That doesn't look like it's header position. Now, I thought he always is bragging about how the default. Oh, that's not default. That's. I always forget they do that. And I don't know why they do that. It's like he believes so strongly that your header shouldn't be fixed that he added this dumb CSS that, that overrides what you're doing. So you have to come in here, find it in here somewhere. Header, set header to relative. How about no? I could just write fixed here, maybe. Boy. Then I guess I don't need that. Keep that stuff though. Okay. It looks bad right now because this is in the way. Just the stupid WordPress admin bar. Delete that and it looks fine, right? Bada bing, bada boom. Okay. Let's add a section. Which means we got to get out of the index template. We are done with the index template for now. Maybe I'll add a footer later. I don't have a footer at the moment, so do I need one? You know, I don't know. Let's go to pages, home, section. Hello. On this one, literally all we have is an image, which I need to go download. Okay. Let's see here. What's the best way to do this? It's already going to be centered. Let's see. Do I just add like a display? Do I just do margin auto? Huh? Let's do a little testing. Margin. Yeah. Yeah. But let's see. And then Hero section, background, black. Height 100, viewport height. I don't need to do the width though. Oh, I might have to, no. Okay, so container. Yeah. Okay, so the container is not vertically centered by default at all. What happens though if I 100% doesn't? Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. So probably what I just need to do is on the section is display flex direction column, justify content center. Yeah, I think that's all I need to do. Which, if I say display flex column, and then I can do justify center, save. There it is. Boom. Now let's grab this video. I'm on a very old, you can look how long I've been neglecting this website. 7.4, PHP 7.4. Where's this video? This is a GIF. Am I using a GIF? Am I using a GIF? No, I'm not. I'm using an MP4. Download. Let's take the word compressed out of it. Let's go to this media library. Okay, how do I do backgrounds again? Here's how. You copy. Background attachment. Okay, it's just a background image, but it's, oh no, that's the JPEG. Where is the video coming from? Is that just, oh, it's just a div. This is the fun of page builders. This was built with Themify, and I have to try to figure out, how did I do this? Let's just start deleting stuff that we're pretty sure isn't what we want. Oh, the video went away, so it must have been in this div. Or there it is. So it's just a video. It's just a video tag. That's all it is. Probably has some position, absolute. Yep. Height 100%, width 100%, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I might just copy this element. Come in here. Where do I want to put it? Probably in the section, right? Okay. Okay. I like it. I like it. We just need to change the source to be, let's go grab that again. Did it not? That's weird. What? Bro. Okay. I'm not sure what's going on here. Let's try that again. Copy. Paste. Okay. Save. Let's go in here, change the source. There we go. There we go. All right. This video needs a class. Ew. Let's call it .hero video. Position absolute. Z index 0, right? And then this needs to be position relative. And then the container needs to be Z index of 1. Why is none of this working? Video, position absolute, Z index. I don't need to do -1, do I? Oh, 0, top 0, left 0, 100%, right, 100, right. Oh, it should. Wish this was a live stream so I could say, somebody tell me what I'm doing wrong. Doing so much wrong. Video, okay. Position relative. The video is position absolute. Oh. I know why. Well, I know partly why. Okay. It's respecting the gutter of the section, even though you do that. 1, 2, 9, 9. Like, I find that to be frustrating. Very frustrating. I also don't understand why this is not showing up. Let's see, if we go video opacity 0. Yeah, where did our container go, dude? Nah. No. What? Let's get rid of the video. Hero container, figure, image. Why is this happening? image. Because how did that? Somehow the link to the video got pasted into the image source. So that's why that wasn't working. Okay. All right. All right. We can do this. We can do this. Try this again. Copy our video element. Paste it in there. Let's grab our video URL. Let's get rid of these classes. Put that in there. Okay, save. We're going to go with that hero video. All right. Now let's see if we can get things working with some Z indexes and whatnot. So Z index of 0 on that. The container, let's say Z index of What am I missing here, y'all? Z index of 0. I don't. How does that keep? Okay, this is a bug, right? This is a bug. I'm not doing that. I'm not going into the source and replacing it with this video link. I wasn't doing that. I came up here and I pasted it. Oh, what did I? What? You guys. Let's try it down here. Okay. Okay. I don't know what I was doing wrong. Clearly something. Also, the video's not playing. Plays inline true. I'll figure that out. Preload auto. Auto plays turned on. Interesting. Let's give this a Z index of something higher than 0. There we go. That does work. All right. I remember it's very difficult to get a video to autoplay. I remember that. There's rules you have to follow. So I got to figure that out. I also got to figure out how to make this go all the way to the edge. I don't know if I want to do content grid. That's weird. I don't know why I did that. I didn't think content grid added where content grid. Grid template columns. Gap padding inline. Where's this gap up top coming from? Padding block. Height. 100 viewport height is what it's supposed to be. Oh. There we go. Object fit is the thing for videos as well. Object fit cover. And then we want to do grid column full. There we go. And we need to say, go to our template, edit our header component, header, C index 9. All the 9s. Get our header back up there. I think it's supposed to have a white background too. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't think I'm going to make you watch me troubleshoot why the video's not playing too much. What is all this stuff in here? Data anchor, hero, class, blah, blah, blah. Data. So there's a data attribute in the div that has the video URL in it. Not sure what that's doing. But yeah, there's something. I copied this video element, so it's working on the live site. But for some reason, the video is not auto playing. There's no like error in the inspect tool. So something I'm just going to have to investigate. Try to figure out what's the dealio. But let's add the next section. It's another video. So we'll go into the media and grab that video. Which one is that? Is that the free consultation? Yeah. Free consultation. Download file. Go to the content, edit home, add another section, call this consultation. I'm going to duplicate this video, bring it down here. Save that. Autoplay. Do I need to say 1 or yes? That's the second time this thing has popped up, and I don't know why, because I'm not clicking on anything. It's weird. Also, this video doesn't seem to be playing. Probably because this needs position relative. Maybe not. Let's save. Consultation. All right, good old inspect tool. What's going on here? Source is I tell you guys, like, I swear I came in here, copied this, but for some reason it copied the JSON from something else instead. Ugh. Okay, that video's not playing either. Again, I'll need to troubleshoot that at some point. But what we need is a heading text button. So we'll go to the container. We'll click on heading text. There's two buttons on this one, so I'm going to do div. They didn't give us. We don't have flex div anymore. Okay. Inside the div, link. Consultation. Let's just bem it out. It's crazy that it's playing in the builder, you know? The videos are playing in the builder, but not on the front end. Why is that? Why is that? All right, container. This needs a Z index, something higher than 0. The container should be display flex already, so that's helpful. Look at all these. This section needs to be justify center. Make all the text white. Do. Contact us, call now. Contact us. Call now. Click on this div. Buttons. Button. Here we go. We're going to go with flex, not column, flex row. See how easy it is to just change that though? We want to justify center. We want a little bit of a gap. One of these things is gap. I think it's this guy, content gap. That's good enough. There it is. That's it. These are not buttons. These are links. See, how does this work again? .btn primary .btn outline. No. Unless I need to global primary. Oh, duh. There we go. There we go. But we need to make primary white. Ugh. Okay. And I might change this because I don't like having two buttons next to each other that are styled exactly the same. But for now, I'm just going to maintain the same design. btn dash, two dashes, primary.btn dash outline. Why is that one blue? Why is that one blue? Okay, now it's white. Okay, the text is showing white in the builder, but it's showing primary on the front end. Outline, text color, white. There we go. Now I want to change that hover color. What am I doing right now? Is there any? There isn't even a hover effect on it right now. Okay. This is all a little small, hard to read. And we can just copy. So we can go like this. So we want font weight of 100, font size of 61. And I think what we do, whoops, is we go to typography, headings, H2, override. We say 61 pixels on desktop. We'll figure out mobile later. Font weight, though, we wanted 100. Save. Yeah, we still need to add our overlay. But that looks good. And then this is font weight 322 pixels. It's gonna be the same each time. So instead of calling this consultation, I'm gonna call it lead. Huh. So I'm gonna reuse this. Excuse me. Lead text. Font weight 300. Font size. I forget what it was. 22 pixels. Save. Yeah. Times like this, you just gotta crack open a vanilla Coke. Okay. And then we need to make these buttons a little bit bigger. Do we? Maybe we don't. Let's get the overlay going. Overlay should be simple. So simple that even I should be able to do it. It's going to go on top of the video. So the video we put as a z-index of 0. So we're going to bump this up to 2. Bump this one up to 2. Because now, should I do a div or should I do a pseudo element? I want to say Kevin addressed this. And I feel like Kevin would use a pseudo element. I just can't tell you why. I don't know why. One reason is that if I gave all these sections the same class, I could just create one pseudo element for that class. I wouldn't have to. If I go the div route, I got to add a div in every container. And by container, I mean section. Or I give each section a class and then I just create one pseudo element, but not every single section gets to overlay, right? And this one's overlay is white instead of black. I'm just going to, I'm going to stop overthinking it is what I'm going to do. Pseudo element before content, nothing. Copy. Look at that. This video is a little darker, so I feel like the opacity doesn't need to be as opaque. Yeah. Yeah, see how I think I will implement fullpage.js because this doesn't look as good. The section's touching like that because you have to scroll. But if you have it set like this, where you just kind of just goes to the next slide for you when you touch the scroll wheel. So yeah, that'll probably be another video. That'd be a good video to just implement fullpage.js on this website. But we're kind of cooking now. So next section. Now let's turn this into a component. To turn it into a component, yeah, I'm going to have to address the fact that sometimes there's two CTAs, sometimes there's one. That will be just a simple conditional, I think. And I think the component will be the container. But let's make sure. What is this even called? A heading? This whole section, what is this whole component called? I'm going to call it container heading. Lead text is fine. Underscore div. Yeah. No. CTAs. CTA. Actually, you know what? Let's do container CTAs. Oh my gosh. Container CTAs. Just in case I want to have the class of CTA somewhere else, you know. But I want this to be sort of generic since I'm going to reuse it in different sections. So it can't be consultation because I'm going to use this in other sections besides the consultation section, right? So, all right. And then the container, again, can't be called consultation container. Let's just call this add container dot container. What do I want to call this? I want to call it section container. Whatever, man. All right. Right click, create component. I just created a component. I'm a super hacker, developer genius. All right. I want to do a lot of stuff. Let's just start with the easy stuff. No, let's not click on that. Let's click down here and go with text and call this heading and click on that. And then we'll do another text one. We'll call this lead and we'll click on that. Now, do another text. I want to call this button 1. And then button 2. And then button 1 URL. Button 2 URL. I want to move this up here. Hey. I want to move it up here. Hey. Come on. Really? Really, bro? Okay. Etch team. You need to work on dragging stuff around in the components. It won't let me. Bro. Save. Exit. Come on. You're killing me here. I just want. There we go. All right. And then I think we're probably always going to have at least one button. So let's do a boolean called second button. You might be thinking, what the heck are you doing? Well, watch this. First of all, the href, the link is going to be props.button1 URL. And this one is going to be props.button2 URL. So that's the first thing we're going to do. And then the second button, we're actually going to wrap it in a conditional. So button 2, right click, wrap in condition. And that condition is props. What did we call it? Second button. Save. Exit. Look at that. We want 2 buttons. We click this. If we don't, we unclick it. Let's get rid of all that default text in the props. Save. Exit. Oh no, we have no text. Well, this is how components work. We drop the component in there, and then we say, oh, what's our heading need to be? Free consultation. What's our lead text? Good question. It's that. Button, contact us, call now. Button 1, contact us. Link, I don't know yet. Button 2, call now. We want a second button, so we click that to enable it. What do we got? This is slash contact dash us. This is just my phone number, which I should not have shown you that probably. Please don't spam me. Slash contact us. URL tell 619-867-5309. Boom. See if that all worked. That worked. Text. Where'd my gap go? Y'all saw me add a gap, right? I remember adding a gap. I lost all my styling on this when it's still justifying center and all that. Huh. All right. Well, let's click the gap button. Where is it? Gap. All right. Container CTA is gap. The display block proper. Okay. Justify center. There we go. Okay. So the text is working. You can see down there when I hover, contact us, tell. So that's working as well. So now watch this, guys. Watch this. What's our next section? Mobile friendly. For now, let's just do a background of black. And then I'm going to delete that container because I'm actually going to add our component called container. And the heading is mobile friendly. This is embarrassing. Why is that text? Oh, did I? Because I added that, yeah, you know what? Most of my text is white. I don't know. I should probably add a class for this, but for now I'm just going to keep adding this. I'll figure out a better way to make all my text white where I want it to be white. But for now, that's what I'm going to do. Anyways, back to our nifty component. Now we paste in the lead text. It's the same component, right? But I get to change what the text is each time. And oh, this one only has one button. It says learn more. Okay, let's do that. Button 1, learn more. Where's that linking to? Right now, nowhere. Awesome. Way to go, you ass website. Let's actually go ahead and edit this component and add another boolean. And we're going to call this first button and save. And this first button, we're going to wrap in a condition, just like we did the other one. Props.first button. Okay, save, exit. And for now, I'm not going to have any button on this one since I don't have a page for that to link to. Obviously, I did at some point. Ah, yeah, I remember. I deleted that page and forgot that I was linking to it. Anywho, you saw how neat that component was, right? I can just keep reusing that over and over again. Let's get this video downloaded. Should be called mobile friendly, probably. Web design hero video. Consultation, background, video, guitar. SEO, mobile friendly. Here it is. Download. I'm starting to think that I could have just made the whole section a component, you know? Let's duplicate this video. Let's drag it down here. Let's change the source of the video. Why does it keep doing that, man? Like, that's not what I copied, you know? I was right here, came down here. All right. Let's take this background black off. What else do I need to do to make this video work? What am I forgetting? What? Why did it? Does oh? eh, There we go. Doopy-doo, and then this needs to be what did we do? Justify. This needs a good old justify center. Yeah. And then we need to copy that overlay. Drop that in here so I can actually read it. There we go. Look at that. The styling is consistent, right? Let's do one more section and then call it good for this video. It's kind of a long one because this stuff is easy, repeating this section over and over again. But, you know, some of these other sections are going to take a little more effort. Like this one. And so, and then this one, like the next three sections are all completely different. So that'll be more effort. So let's get this one last section in here, which is it the search engine one? Yeah. So we come back here. You know what? I'm actually going to duplicate that. SEO. Okay. And this component right here, we're going to change this to search engine optimized. We're going to change the, we're going to actually grab all of this. But the background will be white. And we need to get that video. Grab this. Search engine optimized, change the source. Okay, and then we need to change the color on this one. In fact, we can just get rid of that. There we go. Does this one have buttons? Probably, and they probably link to 404s. Yep, there's a learn more button. So for now, we're going to leave that off. And we'll click save, refresh. Yeah, and I probably want to change this text because I think it looks fine. White text with a black overlay, but for some reason, black text on the white background. It's kind of hard to read. So I'll probably need to override this. We can do that pretty easily by coming in here and saying H2 font weight 200, 300, 400, maybe 400. I know it's not a consistent design, but it's at least readable. And I might change a lot of this. Like maybe I abandoned this whole idea of using a video behind every section anyways. Not the greatest idea in the world. And then, yeah. But we made quite a bit of progress, I think. We got our header done. And we got 2, 3, 4 sections done. We created a component. That was neat. And we got to use the component. And we'll get to use it more if I get my buttons figured out. So yeah, I think that's it for this video. Thanks for watching this, guys. I'm thinking probably finish this whole website in the next video because there's just 3 more sections. I'm hoping I don't have to break the rest of this website up into 2 more videos. Other than I will, like I said, I'll do a front or a full page JS video. That'll be kind of separate once the website's done. Everything else about it is done. Then I'll do a dedicated video about implementing full page JS so you can see how that works. Yeah, and then I might just start doing other fun tweaks to this site. But like I said, it's still pulling in leads for some reason, so I don't want to get rid of it, but I do want to, I want to stop neglecting it, bring it up to speed, with modern web development technology. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one.